So I've lost 65 pounds. I'm the lightest I've been in 15 years, and guess what? I cheated. I take Zepbound. Yes, it's drug induced. And not only am I on Zepbound, I am on TRT, I have a CPAP machine, and I'm on Cialis daily. But guess what? I don't really care. I'm finally healthy. I've been struggling with diets for almost 20 years. I've let myself get out of shape, and now that I'm almost 50, I've reached an unhealthy level of inactivity based on being a sedentary office worker, being full of plans with children and family matters. I just haven't been able to be as active as I once was when I was in my 20s and I was at a healthy, active weight. But if you've started on this journey or are thinking about starting a GLP-1 like Ozempic or Zepbound or any of the other ones out in the market, and someone tells you that you're cheating, don't worry about it. It's not cheating, it's saving your life. The biggest risk involved with being out of shape is not how you look, it's not even being out of breath. Carrying all that extra fat, especially visceral fat, is really dangerous to your overall quality of life. Visceral fat is not a fat storage device like the rest of your subcutaneous fat is. It's actually an active source in your body and can cause a lot of different problems. Being overweight and over fat is also a reason why testosterone drips. That's why dips, not drips. That's why I'm on TRT, not just because I'm nearing 50, but because I was so overweight. My testosterone is low, my cholesterol was elevated. I'm getting all those numbers in. I will have a video coming up next week so you can see what my blood work looks like from a year ago to now, just having lost weight. It's really remarkable what a difference it has. It's not really my diet. I am definitely eating better, but I'm not being religious in any direction or other. I'm not carb free. I'm none of those things. I'm just eating more normal portions, more healthy amounts of food throughout the day. But it is not cheating when it's really important to save your life. These drugs, like these GLP-1 drugs, they help reduce your overall appetite. They help all but eliminate food noises. If that's been a problem, if you're like me at all, it doesn't matter how much I had for lunch, breakfast, or dinner. If there's donuts around, if there's snacks in the cabinet, if I'm at work and someone brings in some leftover pizza, I'm still going to eat it because I love the taste of food. If I go out with friends, even though I just ate dinner, they invite me out to the bar, I'm going to have some drinks, I'm going to have some wings, I'm probably going to have a dessert because food's there. And if I'm stressed, if I'm busy, if my mind is going with active ideas, I often would pace around, and just that makes me hungry. I don't know if my brain makes me hungry or if it was just a life thing. I also got in a really bad behavioral pattern. Anytime I was driving in the car for an extended period of time, I needed to have food with me, so I'd stop at a drive-thru. And I know I wasn't hungry because if there wasn't a drive-thru, I'm not going to go and get in, park the car and get out and get food. But if there's a drive-thru Dunkin' Donuts, if there's a drive-thru Chick-fil-A, a McDonald's, I felt like I had to have something in the car with me. Maybe felt like I'm wasting time if I'm driving and I'm going to go eat anyway, so I might as well have something in the car to eat. But it became this mind link that every time I was in the car, if I passed the drive-thru and I hadn't already gone through a drive-thru, I would eat. So oftentimes I'd eat breakfast in the morning. If I was driving to work, I'd still grab Dunkin'. If I'm coming home from work, even though I'm coming home to dinner, I would still go through Chick-fil-A or whatever was on my route. I don't know if you have those same issues. Let me know in the comments if that's a pattern you got into. And it takes a lot of willpower to just go and stop these bad patterns. It takes a lot of willpower for me to be walking around the kitchen. I have 4 kids. They're all quite active. They have school lunches. They have things they bring home. I can't punish all my kids just because I can't control myself around chips or cookies. So it takes a lot of willpower, and the more stressed, the more tired you get. Willpower is a finite resource, just like stamina, just like strength, just like anything else. There's only so much willpower I have, and if you're on a diet for a couple of days and you have a bad day, the caloric deficit is not that big. So if my caloric deficit on a good diet, on a willpower only diet, was a few hundred calories a day, that's 500, 600 calories, maybe 1,200 calories going into the weekend if I did great Monday through Friday. 1,200 calories is one bad dessert. It's a couple of extra drinks. Like, it's very easy to just get back into everything you did for that whole week, and it's so demoralizing to work really hard for 5 days. Maybe there was some office celebration you didn't go to, or there was some snacks at home you held off on eating, and then all of a sudden you find yourself out with your friends on Sunday or Saturday, or maybe you take the family out to dinner because this time got away from you, and boom, You just ate back everything you sacrificed that whole week. So that's kind of what killed me for a long time. That's what Zepbound really helps. It puts a ceiling on how many calories I'm just able to eat. It could be a great meal, like for breakfast. I'll do peppers and onions, saute them up. I'll throw as much egg whites as I can fit in the pan, and I'll eat all that. And that's just such a low calories. It's low fat. It satisfies me for hours, really. And then lunch, I'm usually doing some ground chicken, some peppers and onions, or I have canned chicken breast with some other sides. I've linked a video to that of what that meal looks like. Very high in protein, very low in calories. And then dinner, I'll usually just eat something sensible. But even if we go out, I go to Nifty 50s, I eat 6 nuggets. Like, it's kind of crazy that I'm ordering 6 nuggets and I'm full. I've ordered 9 before and I've eaten 7 and I have 2 left. It's wild. That would never happen to me in the past. I'd eat 9, I'd eat 15, I'd eat 30. I'd order fries, I'd get extra fries, and then I'd still walk home with a milkshake and drink the whole milkshake probably before I even got into the car. And that's just how I used to eat because I didn't have that switch. I've heard people say, oh, just stop eating when you feel full, when you're satisfied. Well, that's not a good advice because I never felt full. I never felt satisfied. I would just eat because the food's there. I would eat my whole meal. Our kids would have leftovers. I'd eat whatever they had leftover because it's usually just fries and chicken or a burger or something like that. I'd eat that. I just ate because it tasted good. I ate because I like to eat, and that made it really hard. Hey, I'm a new content creator on YouTube. If you can like this video, that will really help me grow my channel. It lets YouTube know you like the kind of content that I've been producing. And if you subscribe to this video, you'll be updated when I drop new videos about my journey and the diet and my weight loss, and also my track back to the volleyball court at 50 years old. But once I got started on this, Zepbound, you take a shot. If you haven't seen them before, there's 4 vials inside here. You take 1 per week, and it just keeps you satisfied for the week. There go the food noises, and that's where I started to change my habits. I don't eat bags of chips anymore. I don't eat little mini donuts anymore. I don't even really grab any donuts. I don't eat French fries that much. I'll have some with my meal, but my body has started to figure out that they're not really satisfying. Before, when I was just going to eat everything anyway, it didn't matter how satisfying it was. It just mattered what tasted good. Now, I'll go out and order cheesesteaks. I don't get burgers. I don't get sandwiches because the bread it makes me feel full, and then I feel like I'm not super satisfied, so I get chicken nuggets, chicken fingers, things that don't really have as much bread or as much wrapping on them, because I really just want that protein to fill me up, and I want to feel like it was a good meal. So I'd stay away. I'll eat it, like I said, I'll eat a couple fries if they come with it. There's chips just sitting around the counter that I'm not even attracted to anymore. I used to stop at the grocery store and I'd grab a little tasty Claire pie, or I'd grab a little mini donuts from Wawa whenever I got gas. I don't do that anymore because they don't satisfy me. My body doesn't desire them anymore. I still do treat myself to ice cream at the end of the day, but I get a small little ice cream cone, literally a small. I had a medium. I couldn't even finish the whole thing. I definitely wouldn't. I used to order a large. Sometimes my family would make fun of me because I would go to Friendly's by myself to get a Jim Dandy, the whole big Jim Dandy, and just eat that by myself because it was delicious. I don't even think I might make a video of me trying to eat food I used to eat because I don't think I could. I probably still like it. There's no way I'm getting through a whole Jim Dandy. I used to go to Red Robin. They had free refills of fries. I do 5 to 7 refills of fries. I used to love dipping them in the buzz sauce. So if I ran out of buzz sauce, I'd get more buzz sauce, and then I ran out of fries, I'd get more fries, and just keep repeating that pattern. And I'd go through like 7 baskets of fries, 7 refills of root beer. That's kind of how I used to eat. Chick-fil-A, I used to work there. I ate 2 sandwiches, French fries, carrot raisin salad. They used to have these. I think they still have cheesecakes. I'd have cheesecakes, and I'd make myself an ice cream cone. I'd eat that in 15 minutes, so I have 15 minutes to go to the arcade on my break. That's just how I used to eat. Food was awesome. Zepbound has changed all of that. Food is still awesome, but now, because I'm eating so many fewer calories, my body has reoriented itself to only desire the things that fill me up, that feel good. The chicken breasts, just kind of protein in general. I don't even add that many vegetables. I do try to get some fiber in, so I'm eating some lentils, some black beans. I like peppers and onions because they taste really good, and I can eat a whole onion just sauteed up with some sliced up peppers. Whatever you end up liking. Fruits are great. Strawberries are like an amazing, magical food. They're really low in calories. They have tons of nutrients. I love grabbing strawberries when they're in season. My wife used to love raspberries. That was a big thing she used to eat. So gravitate towards fruit. I'll slice up an apple sometimes if I need a snack, but I found out I don't really need snacks anymore, and it's all thanks to Zepbound. So if anyone tells you you're cheating do what I do. I don't care. I want to be healthy. I want to lose weight. I've failed so many times. I don't care if it's cheating. I don't think it is cheating. This is helping your body be better. And just like the TRT, I'm not on it because I'm trying to get jacked and my testosterone has gone up to here. My testosterone was under 200. It was low. Like I take blood tests every other month to check this out. My TRT is getting me to a point where my testosterone is normal, and my CPAP machine is helping me sleep. So having normal testosterone, normal blood levels, normal sleep habits, and normal eating habits is all part of being healthy. And now my next step is to take more steps. Basically, whatever your activity level is now, you don't have to, 10,000 is a good number, but I usually only take 3 to 4. I'm a software engineer, so I sit around all day. 3 to 4,000. If I can get 8,000 steps, that's what I'm going to shoot for. That's double what I'm doing now. If I lift 0 days a week and I can lift 2 days a week, 1 day a week, do something more progressively than you're doing currently and eat fewer calories every single day. Make your decisions in the moment. Don't make your decisions by the day. That was something I made a problem of. And use something like Zepbound. Talk to your doctor, of course. Work with your doctor and your healthcare professional to find out what you want to be on, what you're going to get approved for your insurance as well. I strongly recommend it, especially if you've been struggling with this. Being overweight is much more than an aesthetic or a body image issue. This is a real deal health issue. The longer you do it, your joints, your connective tissues, your tendons, all these things are going to start to hurt. Some of them you can fix as you get healthier. Some of them you might have to get surgery. I've had to get my neck and my shoulder fixed. My lower back has issues now, all from being overweight, more and more overweight for 15 years. So don't look at it as just, oh, I'm okay, I'll just be happy with my body. It's fine, you should be happy with your body. You are who you are now. But being overweight is a serious health issue in the long run. And now there are drugs like Zepbound, like GLP-1s, that can really help you sustain a normal, not super aggressive, no crazy dieting involved. Eat normal portions, feel hungry throughout the day, don't have to be scrounging around with food noises, and just over time, you'll see the weight go back down, and it's a much easier, happier, healthier experience. So definitely, if you're considering it, talk to your doctor. I highly recommend it. Don't worry about this idea of cheating. It's not cheating. You're not in a bodybuilding competition where you can't take any PEDs. You're not a professional sports player. I don't even think these count as PEDs. But the only law is that you need to be as healthy as you can, and you need to do this safely. So work with your doctors, work with your insurance, make sure everything is good. Don't just take it because you want to lose a couple pounds. Just take it because it's a way that you can get into a healthy state of being, again, especially if I think that's one of the questions they ask anyway, if you've tried other diet plans. So if this has been a struggle for you, Zepbound, GLP-1s could be the answer, so talk to your doctor.